My favorite part about being a musician is that it makes you better at so many different things, which is part of the problem. Do I like this look? Go for it. If you're subscribed to this channel, you probably did it to see a guitar nerd out. But these days, you may have started to see my videos start to branch out. I'll be honest, that part makes me feel bad. I can feel my interests pulling me away from guitar-related videos, and I feel guilty to that subscriber who subscribed to see guitar gear. But I bet I'm not alone. Tell me if this happens to you as well. You discover a new, shiny thing to learn. All the possibilities and the details of this new cool thing you have are just stuck in your brain. And to get it out of your system, you need to go down the rabbit hole. I still love making music and I still love all the wonderful gear that helps me do it. But instead of making music, I get sidetracked learning other things. Right now, I'm obsessed with finding the perfect backpack and drones. So I did some research, and the problem that's preventing us musicians from being able to focus on music is that we're musicians. A 2008 study examined how musical training affects the anatomy and neural representation of the hand, whatever the hell that means. It highlights that musicians develop unique adaptations in their muscles and tendons of their hand, which is pretty important to what musicians do. This study goes on to speak about how the muscles in our hands develop more dexterity from micro movements, and the connections between those muscles in our brains are strengthened. I've always been good with my hands, and I tend to pick up new things like video games pretty damn fast. Then a study in 2007 showed us that musicians' brains have larger brainstem responses to speech and music stimuli, suggesting that we process audio and audiovisual information faster and more efficiently, which makes sense. A musician can hear someone play something, and their counterpart they're playing with can come up with a response basically instantly. Musicians are wired to be expert improvisers. So this is starting to make a lot of sense. These are huge advantages to someone taking on a new interest and getting better at it faster. A musician's brain is highly trained to be able to process input and put those puzzle pieces together really fast. And people are attracted to things that they're naturally good at. The shorter the learning curve, the more instant the gratification is. Guitar would be a lot more fun in the beginning if you could avoid all those pains to learning bar chords, right? Next time you win at Call of Duty or get obsessed with drones, it was probably music's fault. That's not it. Just because we're good and wired to take on new hobbies easier doesn't really explain why we get distracted so easy. If music is our main passion, that's our dream, why wouldn't we be able to laser focus on that and avoid those distractions? Oh, that makes sense. These distractions are experiences. They're the stories we write our music about. The biggest advantages that musicians have over regular people is that we're trained to notice things that resonate with other people. How would we write about lost love or an epic adventure if we hadn't had a taste of it ourselves? If we don't get out and gather experiences, what would we write about? In a world where our creativity is in danger from AI, perspective is our superpower. Embrace the rabbit holes. Don't feel guilty about trying something that isn't directly related to music, because in the end, it's all related. Being a musician is a gift that made my life better in every single way, and this channel is my outlet to share that adventure with you. There will be guitars, of course, but let's go deeper than that. Let's get riled up. I don't like when the toot goes over my ears. It squeezes my glasses. I'm not a hipster, I swear.